So I wrote From Here to Heaven, my book, as a legacy for my husband and my boys. 3 years ago, they passed to heaven in a hiking accident in the Ozarks of Missouri. And it was very dark for a very long time. And at the 2-year anniversary of their passing, I decided that I wanted to honor them in some way. I was not doing well, and I asked God, how do I get through it this year? And He inspired me to write it all down, to write our story down. I kept writing, and for 6 weeks I wrote and wrote and wrote, and at the end of February of 2015, I had a 400-page book written. As I reviewed it after writing it, I realized that I wanted it to be even more than their legacy. I wanted it to help people. I wanted it to be a message of hope. I wanted it to be a testimony of God's goodness. I wanted it to be a guide for anyone also going through any form of pain, not just grief. There's a lot of different kinds of pain. So that was my motivation to go forward with a publishing process. I had a thought come to me, and I call that God, the Holy Spirit, inspiring that thought to me, and it said, profound loss has got to have a profound purpose. And if I can take this and use it for any way toward a purpose, then I'm going to, and I'm going to try to. Which again led to the book, but even more than the book, just telling of the story, telling the testimony that despite having gone through what we've gone through, Dave and the boys going on a routine family hike and then ending up in there going home to heaven due to an accident there on the trail, that we can take that and use it for good. God can take that and use it for good. And that is my goal with this story, telling the story, writing the book. And I want it to be a message of redemption. We're more than what has happened to us 3 years ago. Dave and the boys were and are more. The kids and I are more. We're more than just wanting to be defined by tragedy and grief. And my goal now is to show redemption and restoration, and that while we will carry this with us for the rest of our lives. We'll have to carry this load of grief beside us for the rest of our lives. This is not going to go anywhere. But God shows us and has shown me tools and things to use to deal with the grief and to overcome it and to find joy again, to find redemption and to find restoration.